7 psychological truths that will radically transform the way you love. What if everything you believe about love is holding you back? You could spend years reading every relationship book, watching endless videos, and repeating daily affirmations like, I love myself. But none of it will work unless you understand this one core truth. Without it, love will always feel just out of reach. Today, we're not diving into abstract theory. We're unlocking something far deeper, a psychological key rooted in the teachings of Carl Jung. And if you stay with me to the very end, you'll uncover a powerful secret that will forever transform the way you give and receive love. Let's dive into the 7 truths. Truth number 1, your relationships mirror your unresolved self. What you love or hate in others is often a reflection of something unresolved within yourself. Ever notice how certain people evoke strong emotional reactions in you? It's not random. That intensity reveals something in you that craves attention. If you feel drawn to people who make you feel small, it may reflect a hidden belief that you're not enough. If someone's arrogance drives you crazy, it could be because you've repressed your own competitive nature. Jung called this the projection of the shadow. We cast our disowned parts onto others. Ask yourself, why does this person make me feel this way? The answer is never just about them. It's about what they reflect back to you. Until you see that mirror, you'll continue attracting people who stir up the same wounds. Truth number 2, your shadow sabotages your capacity for love. The parts of yourself that you reject, your anger, your neediness, your ego, don't disappear. They just go underground. And from there, they sabotage your relationships. Maybe you crave closeness, but push people away, or fear being controlled, so you reject even healthy suggestions. These aren't flaws. They're defense mechanisms born from unintegrated parts of you. You can't love fully if you're ashamed of who you are. Integration is the goal, not perfection, wholeness. Because your shadow doesn't just contain your darkness, it hides your gifts too. Buried under shame, your creativity, confidence, and voice are waiting to be embraced. Until you bring these parts into the light, love will always feel like a battle between who you are and who you think you should be. Truth number 3, your most difficult relationships are your greatest teachers. The people who trigger you the most are often messengers. Their purpose? To show you what you haven't healed. That ex who made you feel invisible. That friend who always made you doubt yourself. They weren't punishments, they were invitations. When someone bothers you, don't ask, what's wrong with them? Ask, what are they waking up in me? Each emotional trigger is a door. Open it. Inside, you'll find a forgotten version of yourself asking to be seen. And when you stop resisting those lessons, something beautiful happens. The people who once activated your pain lose their power over you. You no longer attract relationships rooted in your wounds. You begin to attract from your wholeness. Truth number 4, romantic attraction reveals repressed potential. Your deepest attractions aren't random. They're maps. You are drawn to people who embody traits you buried. The confident artist, the spontaneous adventurer, the assertive leader. You're not just falling for them. You're falling for the version of you they represent. What if your attraction is your subconscious saying, this lives in you too? Instead of obsessing over that person, get curious. What about them fascinates you? What traits do they possess that you wish you had permission to express? Likewise, who repels you? That intense reaction may also point to something you've suppressed. Attraction and repulsion are two sides of the same mirror. Learn to read the reflection. Truth number 5. You are addicted to what feels familiar, not what feels good. Here's the hard part. You don't attract what you want. You attract what's familiar. And often what's familiar is pain. If love once meant inconsistency, chaos, or criticism, your nervous system may be wired to seek those things again. Not because they make you happy, but because they feel normal. This is why people leave one toxic relationship only to end up in another. It's not weakness, it's programming. To break the cycle, become aware of your patterns. Do you always chase validation? Do you give up your identity to please others? Do you attract people who need rescuing? Behind every pattern is a belief, and behind every belief is a wound. You are not cursed. You're simply repeating what hasn't yet been healed. Truth number 6, boundaries are acts of love, not rejection. To transform how you love, you must first transform how you treat yourself. And that begins with boundaries. If you tend to lose yourself in relationships, create rituals that keep you grounded in your own identity. If you're drawn to narcissists, define clearly what you will and won't accept. Boundaries don't push people away. They create the safety required for connection to thrive. Break the myth that love means sacrifice. Real love respects limits. And the more you honor your needs, the more aligned your relationships become. True connection isn't built through enmeshment. It's built through clarity and integrity. Truth number 7, authentic love begins with radical self-acceptance. Here is the ultimate truth, the one I promised at the beginning. No one will ever love you more deeply than you can love yourself. Not because others aren't capable, but because only you can offer yourself unconditional belonging. When you accept your shadow, embrace your light, and love yourself with full awareness, something extraordinary happens. You stop needing love. You start radiating it. Relationships stop being about filling a void. They become expressions of shared wholeness. You don't seek to complete one another. You grow side by side. This is not a fairy tale. It's a revolution in consciousness. And it begins when you stop seeking love as something to get and start living love as something you are. Final words. The journey begins within. So ask yourself, are you ready to stop repeating the same patterns? Are you ready to see love not as something that happens to you, but as something you create from within? Because when you stop chasing and start becoming, when you meet your shadow with compassion and your heart with honesty, you change the entire script. Love is not a destination. It's a mirror. And every person you meet reflects a part of your story waiting to be healed, honored, and loved. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to keep transforming your inner world and building relationships from a place of wholeness, subscribe to Psychology of Happiness. Give this video a like and leave a comment with the truth that impacted you most. Your love story with yourself begins now.